November marks 1 year since the release of the latest console generation, and even 12 months later, they're all still out of stock. I enjoy playing either on the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, but I have found that the PS5 has become more of a single-player console versus a multiplayer console with the Xbox Series X. What I really don't like about these next-generation consoles is the way that both Sony and Microsoft kind of rip you off when you are purchasing a next-generation edition of a game. Let's take the brand new Call of Duty Vanguard, for example. The standard digital edition is already a complete rip-off at $59.99, and even at the price, the standard edition does not give you access to the Xbox Series X and Series S enhanced versions. So if you are a lucky owner of a next generation console, you have to spend an additional £10 to access a digital cross-gen bundle. And if you were a PC gamer, this would be the equivalent to being charged more because you've got a better graphics card and a higher resolution monitor. Continuing on the topic of games, Sony definitely has a fantastic, unique library of exclusive titles. But it's very subjective to say whether Sony's exclusive titles are better than Xbox, because in my opinion, it depends whether you prefer to play single-player games or you're more of a multiplayer gamer. I think Sony has some of the best franchises for single-player games. You've got Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank, God of War, and fantastic games like Ghost of Tsushima. But on the flip side, Xbox has got great multiplayer exclusives like Gears of War, Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5, and many more. But in addition, Xbox technically doesn't have any console exclusives because all of their franchises are also available on PC. I do think the Xbox platform does provide better value for gamers overall, and that is mainly thanks to Xbox Game Pass. I am completely aware that PlayStation does have PS Now, but it is an additional subscription on top of your PS Plus membership. Furthermore, PS Now is more of a game streaming platform, and very few titles are actually available to download onto your console. Whereas for one monthly subscription with Xbox Game Pass, you get everything: Xbox Live Gold, hundreds of games that you can download, along with Xbox Cloud Gaming. So you get everything that PlayStation offers, but at a much cheaper price each month. In the PS Store, Back 4 Blood is $59.99, whereas on Xbox Game Pass, you can download and play it completely for free with your valid subscription. I also think the Xbox Store is a bit more informative than the PlayStation Store. When it comes to navigating and browsing the stores, the PS5 does have a beautiful layout, and in contrast, the Xbox Store does feel a little cluttered. But when it comes to the product information of a certain game you're purchasing, Xbox are very transparent about the features that are included with that next-gen game. The PlayStation Store in recent months has definitely been improved, and it is a bit more clear which games are next-gen upgraded from the past generation, but they can definitely still take it to another level. A lot has changed in regards to storage since these consoles launched last year. The PS5 comes with an 825GB SSD, and the Xbox Series X comes with a 1TB SSD. You do lose quite a bit of space to the operating system, so not all of this is completely usable. On the Xbox Series X, you have to buy an additional expansion card, and I did go ahead and purchase one of these, and it cost me £219. This is incredibly expensive for an additional 1TB of storage, but to be fair, it is a very well-designed card and very convenient to slot in and out of different consoles, so almost take your games on the go. But more recently, PlayStation did unlock the ability to change the internal NVMe SSD, which definitely makes upgrading the storage a bit more affordable than these expansion cards from Xbox. Discussing the controllers for this generation, I think the PlayStation 5 may have won. I've always been an Xbox guy when it comes to my controller choice. Ergonomically, they're very comfortable, and I enjoy the placement of the thumbsticks. But to give credit to Sony, they have definitely innovated with controller technology. Although a lot of the features on the DualSense controller could be deemed gimmicks, such as the adaptive triggers, the touchpad, and the built-in speaker, there is something about them that does add an extra dimension to the gameplay. And this brings us back to my point about how great the PlayStation 5 is for single-player games. But 100%, if you are going to be playing multiplayer games like Call of Duty, you probably want to turn the adaptive triggers off because they can inhibit your consistency in finding a reference point with the trigger. If you want to know more about why I regret purchasing the digital edition of the PlayStation 5, I recommend checking out this video next.